It's week 1 of the NFL, and if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out, their rookie QB with some big throws on the horizon, no doubt, in his NFL debut.
I know we all got to see him aired out in the preseason, but we've been waiting, just waiting for his regular season debut to see him take that cannon of an arm and launch one deep. That arm talent's a big part. Why they drafted him and are starting him right here in week 1.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. This will be caught by Adams. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here comes this offense as they get set for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opening, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking to the air here. Setting up the running back screen. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. No one around. He's got space. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. 3rd and long for him here. Throw left side, complete. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll be backed up a good bit for this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 1st down.
Play action on 1st down. Hauled in left side. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He'll start from the 39. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punt. So they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their 2nd drive. They go play action on 1st. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They give it to him again. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Give now to the running back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd and 12 now. Throwing the out route complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! These guys go up 6-0 here in the first. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give him a first down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. That's completed right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He'll get this one to Adams. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the red zone. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. He'll throw it yet again. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal, and I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. On the return, here's Palmer. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense running back out now. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Pick up a 5 on that play. And they're going to have a first down. Now looking to throw. Short pass brought in. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Pass play now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Recovered by the defense.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideout. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing now, following the turnover. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On the return, here's Palmer. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 32. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you gotta keep...
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Back out runs their offense. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up first down. From the red zone now. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll run here from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. They've got first down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 34. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's a throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. The give now out of the shotgun. And he gets this up to the 20 before being stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They'll try and throw it here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Now this offense getting set to work here. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
This offense making its way back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He's got the hook up to Adams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
Motioning the tight end now. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Complete beyond the marker. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it again here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38. Completed to his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Dropping back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Working inside the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. It is cut left side. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. They're throwing it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Moore with a return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. And he'll go down after fighting his way into the 32. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Here's 2nd and 2. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Throwing from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Not much time left in the half, so the kicking team out on 1st down. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. That brings us to our first halftime of the new season. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip of the year around the NFL. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. On the return, here's Palmer. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give them a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Pass play on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Complete over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. It's a gain of 22. And that gives them the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. He'll throw it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
Gotta figure out this third down here.
It's now third down and long.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. That's taken in at the 42. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. This offense getting all set for this series. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing from the gun here. He's got a man left. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down. They'll throw it again. That's more on the quick slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They'll throw it. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Hey, that's not an easy thing to do, Kate. Not against quarterbacks and the red zone offenses in this league, but what a tremendous effort to not only get the stop, but to end it with gusto in a sack.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game, and just inch them a little bit closer.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On 1st down, they'll run. He cuts it to the right sideline. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys drive their lead to 11. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. On the return, here's Palmer. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 29. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Setting up a throw. Able to get it to Moore. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
3rd and just 2 to go. Back to throw now. Finds him on the slant. Down to the 10. And that is a touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking for a throw here. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
3rd down and 10.
He's dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
He's got this at the 27. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. A give now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a 1st down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. That's the other guy.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. In this linebacker today, we had the interception earlier, a sack right now. You've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Running it now out of the gun. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to the air here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. First and 10, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second down now, 7 to go. He's going to throw this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Now a give on the counter. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the end of 3 in our week 1 opener. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 31. Dumps it off to his running back. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he makes the catch for the tip drill touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. That one splits the uprights. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Moore with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Their offense ready to take the field now. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be a first down. Now looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running this one left. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 43. Moore's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up first down. Handoff now from the gun. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Hits him on the out route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Pass play now. This one's caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here's a throw. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. It doesn't get much easier than this. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Now this offense ready to head back out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. Juke the defender. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll throw on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 45 on second down. Oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Another drive coming up for this offense. Their first drive of the new campaign netted a field goal. Now let's see if they can bump that up to a touchdown on drive number 2. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing now following the turnover. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down. He'll look to throw. Connecting on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. On now comes their punter. And this kick is going to come from inside his own 40. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Here comes their offense out again. They lost it in enemy territory their last time out. Never a spot you want to fumble. So I imagine, Brock, it's going to be 2 hands on the football as they return to the field. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Going to the ground again on first. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. They give him 5 in total. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
This offense ready to get going again now. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. What a game for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.